Rebecca Black was born June the 21st of 1997, and she attended a private school from kindergarten to the 6th grade, but she then moved to public school after she was being bullied. During 2010, the late 2010s, she noticed that a group of people in her school had produced a music video for themselves, and she loved this. She was very much a musical person. She was really into musical theatre. She loved music, so she started asking one of the girls about how they went about doing it, about making the music video. They told her about ARK, which is a company that produces music and music videos, and she begged and pleaded her mother to hire them to make a music video for herself. Her parents, both of them was vegetarians, both of them was veterinarians. They were both vets, but well-off vets. They were wealthy. She didn't come from, the slums of America. She went to private school in the beginning of her life, so she was a very wealthy individual. So Rebecca's mother did end up paying. It cost $4,000 for ARK Music to produce the music video. But that did mean that Rebecca retained ownership of both the master and the video, so that is good news if it was to ever take off, which we all know it did, right? 2011, the single Friday went viral on YouTube. I'm not going to start talking about this because we all have heard it. We've all spoke about it, and we know about the reception that it had. We know about the fact that it was dubbed the worst song ever. We know about the fact that it was one of the most disliked videos on YouTube at the time, especially in terms of like-dislike ratio. We know about that. What not a lot of us know, but I think is very interesting, is that it was actually uploaded to YouTube on February the 10th, 2011, and it received approximately 1,000 views in the first month. Approximately. Then, in March, the video went viral and started gaining millions of views on YouTube in a matter of days. You see, not everything has to be a success as soon as you do it. Just give it a little bit of time, might take off, you know. My most popular video on this YouTube channel, when I first uploaded it, got 100 views. And then it was like 3 months later, it still had 100 views. And then about 3.5 months later, it got like 1 million views. So it's crazy. I mean, the algorithm was much different back then, but even still today, just to know that you can put something out there and it doesn't do well. And in a couple of weeks or a couple of months or even like a year later, it suddenly, poof, explodes. So if you are a YouTuber or YouTube creator, stay at it. You could be, your time will come. I mean, it comes quicker depending on how people react to your videos. Like, for example, if you like this video, it might get more views, and then, I'll be a happy individual, and I'll be happy with myself. My self-esteem relies on the metrics of YouTube, so don't forget to subscribe. That'll be helpful. Moving on. After the video went out, it received so much hate. Like, when we look back, it unjustified amount of hate. And I've got to hold my hands up. I was one of those people like talking shit about this video. I really was. I think everyone was. It was just the thing. Everyone was going in on this. The hate, the bullying was crazy. It's like we all collectively forgot that this is a real person at the other end of this and just decided to globally hate and destroy everything that this woman has created. And I use the word woman lightly because she was a 13-year-old girl. She was basically a child, did something that she loved, and she got so much hate. I remember people were really clinging to the fact that she was rich and she tried to pay her way into the music industry, which the backlash was massive. But, crazy. It was so unjustified. I'm saying that now, in retrospect. Looking back, I was that person who was also giving the video a bit of hate. I apologise for that. Rebecca Black, you're probably never going to see this video, but if you do, I'm sorry for the things that I said. Well, in private, I was never like on the internet dropping hate. I did listen to it all the time, so I did account for a lot of those views. But she got so much hate, it was ridiculous amount. She actually ended up dropping out of school in favour of homeschooling because of the bullying. We're going to go a bit forward now and then we will go back. In 2020, she wrote on Instagram with this caption here, by the way, "How unrecognisable does she look?" And that was 3 years ago. Looks completely different. Goes to show two things. One, how old are we? That Friday was released so damn long ago. And, And two, it really puts in perspective that she was a child back then. Because that's what she looked like in 2020. And that's not even the biggest dramatic what she looks like now. That's just 3 years ago. But she had wrote on this caption about, opening up about her life at that time and her low self-esteem, the depression, the bullying. She wrote in that caption that she wished she could talk to herself at 13, when she was terribly ashamed of herself and afraid of the world. She said that when she was 15, she felt that she couldn't talk about her depression, and at 17, kids at school threw food at her and her friends. She was left traumatized from this, depressed, no self-esteem. But let's go back to that time. After she graduated, she packed her bags and she moved to LA to pursue a career in acting and singing. More music came out, which goes to show she got all this hate and she said, you know what, I'm in it now, I've done it. I've blooming well done it. I might as well do more of it. I enjoy the process, I enjoy doing it. Sure, I'll enjoy it more if people liking what I was doing. They don't, but I enjoy what I'm doing, so I'm going to do more. So she continued to release songs. She even released a follow-up to Friday. Given all the hate, she said, screw it, I'm going to do it. She released another song called Saturday. So she was still releasing music. After a little bit of time, she took a 3-year break from recording any new music. But in August 2016, she returned with a bang. And Rebecca dropped a new single called The Great Divide. Other than that, she's been growing on YouTube, doing things like vlogs, day in the lives, makeup tutorials, in between the kind of music stuff. So she's really created this space for herself as a personality, and she's trying to find the people that do actually like her. And it turns out there are a lot of people, and if you watch one of her vlogs, she's very endearing as a person, so it's easy to see why people would like her. In January 2016, she released her very own docuseries called Life After Friday, where she opened up about dealing with the immense amount of fame that came from the viral video, while navigating life through high school, starting a career and working on her own music. 2020 is when she really started to deal with this self-esteem issue that she had and the depression. That's when she wrote that caption that I just shown you a bit earlier on. Like, say we're backtracked. Now we're back on track. Then on April the 3rd, 2020, Rebecca came out as queer during an episode of The Dating Straight. Since then, she has been releasing new music. So she's still out there. She's still doing the music thing. She's clearly enjoys what she's doing. She's clearly got a passion for it, which is a lot more than a lot of musicians today. A lot of musicians, they have all their songs wrote for them. They get everything produced for them. They get their look crafted for them. They hate what they do, but they do it for the money. Whereas Rebecca Black seems to really enjoy what she does. She's writing her own songs. She's producing her own videos, it seems like. You just watch some of her new music. It's very different than the Rebecca Black we know. Here's one she released as of today, 6 months ago. It's called Crumbs, and you can see she looks completely different. She moves completely different. It's very, it is like she's trying to be a bit more popish, and I've got to be honest, I don't really like this song very much. It's not my kind of song. But she's doing a thing, and I respect that. We got another song with a music video called Sick to My Stomach. I actually like this one a lot more. I really like this one. She's got this kind of vintage retro thing on it, which I'm loving. We've got another one, which is called Look At You. She spends a lot of time in these videos, lying down on her side, which I have noticed. And it all seems like they're in the same setting. I'm not sure if it seems to me like she's made all these music videos in the same day, using the same B-roll. They're very similar. But you know, she's getting out there and she's doing her own thing, and you got to respect that. And some of the music is very good. Like I said, that Sick to My Stomach one, I highly recommend. Take a look at that. Here's more photos and videos and imagery of what she looks like now compared to what she used to look like. So very much different. You know, she's got these huge eyes now. She looks like that comedian, that Kate McCora. She looks like Kate McCora. Big eyes. Super like little petite girl with big eyes. Pretty much unrecognisable. If I show you a photo of her today without this context, you might think, oh, she looks familiar, but it'll take you a long time to get who it is. And she's still touring. You know, she's got a website I've took a look at. She's doing some tours. She's doing some gigs now in America. They are $25 per ticket, which seems pretty reasonable. Then what's also interesting, if you look on her website, which I'm currently on, there's an option for the meet and greet experience. This is the VIP experience. You get to meet her, you get a photo with her, you get a signed poster. Oh, a commemorative VIP laminate. That's got to be nice. How much that cost? $70. That's not half bad, that. So it's $70 plus the $25, $95. You get to go to one of the gigs, meet and greet her. How wonderful. That sounds brilliant. But point being, she's out there, she's still releasing music. We all massively bullied her. It was a bad thing. We shouldn't have done that. But she is determined. She's a very determined girl. She just said, you know what, screw it. I enjoy doing this. I'm going to continue doing this. The music has changed slightly. It's now more, I mean, it was popish. It's now more this hyper pop type of Doja Cat music. But it seems to be what she likes doing, and you've got to respect that. And I really do respect her ambition. I've watched a few of her vlogs before making this video, and I think she is a very genuine and authentic girl. One of the biggest things that we all bullied her for was the fact that she had a rich family who paid for this music video, which we can't help if someone's family is rich. We all aspire to have a rich family, right? So we put her down as this rich girl, that gets everything she wants, this spoiled little rich girl. But she seems very down to earth. She doesn't seem spoiled in the slightest. That's just my opinion on it, but I'd love to know what you think, and that's where she is today. So until the next video, goodbye.